DSP. Looking at more DSP. This one's a very recent one. This one is, he has apparently a lot of resentment towards Twitch. Who would have thought? He only talks about it probably every other week. And then more Failing and Silk Song. So if you watch the one, I think 2 uploads back, it's going to feel a little bit like Groundhog Day, but we're kind of hoping, I'm going into this one completely blind. I'm hoping that he mentions Tiger, but we'll see. So, and shout out to Snor Parnell. And if you like what you see here, be like the werewolf and like and subscribe.
Leader, I think the pignosis works.
We got someone I never heard of with a
Hey,
channel
John.
that was made in January, dropping 50 member bombs on the channel. I don't know if this person is real. I don't know if these are fake, because remember, using a VPN, you could fake these. I don't know what to say. The person has one video on their channel. Supposedly they have 2,000 subscribers, despite the fact they only have one video on their channel. So who is this person?
So,
Raw.
So this is the very typical Phil Begg audit, where if he gets a large amount of subscribers and it's not his whale, or if he gets like a big tip and it's not one of his whales that he's because all his stuff is totally organic, he will basically do the dent audit and make sure that it's either right or it's not, because if it's not, then it can't go towards the goal. It can't sully the sacred goal. And he has to figure out, is this real? Is it a troll? Is it, because there is an exploit in YouTube where basically if you use a VPN, you can get subs or not subs, but memberships really cheap on YouTube, like super cheap. And what his detractors do is they will like buy 50 member like things for like $1, and then they'll shower him with these fake subs and be like, oh look, you're flourishing, you're thriving. It's basically, at the end of the day, he'll make like $3. And Taylor, to answer your question, I will be playing Silk Song on probably after the spooky month. But I'll probably play Hollow Knight and Silk Song. So
Who is this person? Porta Rog. It is what it is. I'll let it run. Porta Rog, I have no idea who you are, but I can't count 200 random memberships out of nowhere when I don't know who you are. Your channel is literally brand new. There's no content on it, and now you're saying you want to kiss me. It's fucking disturbing. All right? I guess I'll just let these run.
whoa, that's not a very ally thing to say, Phil. And again, like this is totally self-inflicted. This whole like bullshit with the Argentinian memberships and stuff like that, it's all self-inflicted. Because if he just calmed the fuck down and actually allow, to have people goof on him, sure, he only makes $4, and it's like, oh, look at all the support. But if you just ignored it, or if you just like, oh, like some detractor is, got money, or, look, a detractor with money, how rare, ha 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 ha, like throw it back at him a little bit or something like that, this wouldn't happen anymore. But you see, and you do the dent audit, and imagine if this guy was real. Imagine if he caught himself a whale, or like something like a huge, SWF, or which suspiciously wealthy furry in our dialect, or like just someone who's like, oh, let me just, or throw a ton of money at this guy because for some reason I really like him. I don't know why. Or hell, maybe it is a detractor, but maybe he gave you actual subs. I don't know why he would, but you just made $1,000, or yeah, $1,000. You just made $1,000, and you're like, I don't know, maybe, but no, just appreciate the $1,000, and if you got burned on it, be like, oh, well, those weren't real, like, or don't even acknowledge it at all. Just be like, oh, we got $1,000 in subs, we got 200 subs, thank you, Porta, whatever the fuck that guy's name was. And then you'd be done, and then they wouldn't do it. I had someone who was trying to punk me like that on Twitch. You know what I did? I was like, hey, thanks for that. You're awesome. it was clearly a fake donation. I don't even think it was a donation. I think they just wrote like, I submitted this amount of money. I just rolled with it, and guess what? They didn't do it again because that was boring. Don't feed the troll. This man feeds trolls like a professional.
These pop-ups for now. Here's what we can do. People remind me in a few days. Like if you guys remind me, say in 2-3 days to check YouTube, and if it's there, like let's say it's there and it actually did count, then I will count it towards the goals. All right, I'm banning him. That's it. Enough of this idiot. Okay, he's banned.
Banned, 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 banned. Gone forever. I received a
Okay, so it was a detractor. I mean, whatever, but still, my point still stands. It's just something you should just brush off because otherwise they're just going to keep doing and being annoying. You just ban, move on. That's
$100 tip. $100. This person says, congrats on reaching Act 3. They just dropped a 50-member bomb. So thank you to Final Wish. Shout out to Only Iced Coffee. Is it a whale? It is a whale because it has those whale-like teeth that filter things. It looks like cones. He's got a big old eyeball.
Twitch streamer.
now you notice. Oh, I think he is. I think this. Oh no, it's the other thing that happened on Twitch. Damn it! I thought it was Tiger. But you notice like Final Wish, which by the way is a troll account. Well, it's not a troll account. It's either OIC or ICS, which are two of his super whales. One is in love with him. The other is a psychopath. So, you know, I won't go into which is which. That's a whole lore dump for another time. But notice like Final Wish, and then he has $100 anon tip, and oh my gosh, like we just accept it. Like there's no dent audit. It's because he knows. Because none of his supports are organic. None of his support has been organic for a very long time. Let's see what he has to say about Twitch, though, because he loves Twitch being very sarcastic about it.
Emily Shunk, known as Emiru, was assaulted by a man who breached barriers and grabbed her face during a meet and greet at TwitchCon in San Diego on Saturday. So what actually happened, I'm not going to play the video because I don't think that giving these people any kind of attention is warranted. But the dude basically was in a line to see her, and he broke through the line. No one stopped him whatsoever. There was security there.
Was that, someone says, was that whale song of the whales he brainwashed begging for help? Yes. One day we will find out the cure for pygnosis, but until then, those poor whales will be stuck. Just like Shamu and SeaWorld. It's a tragedy. F in the chat for those poor whales.
And they did absolutely nothing. They watched him literally walk up to her, grab her face, and try to kiss her. That is assault.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, it is. Like, good job. You recognize assault. I don't get why he's covering this other than the fact he hates Twitch. He hates Twitch. If you ever bring up Twitch in his chat, he will automatically ban you pretty much. Like, this man, ever since they didn't even like ban him, they just took him off the partner program. Now he's like, I'll never go back to Twitch again. So any chance he gets to try and twist the knife into Twitch, well, it's the same thing with Tiger. He would not have responded to that if it was YouTube or Kick, but it was Twitch. So he hates them, so he responded to it. Took time out of his sacred schedule.
Okay, now it might be a violent assault. It's still assault. You tried to force yourself onto someone, and that is a serious crime.
No. Only Iced Coffee. Hey. Oh!
Goddamn, Snort.
Anyway.
Okay? So as he's trying to do this, her personal bodyguard, not Twitch security, who was there and did absolutely nothing to intervene, but her personal bodyguard walked up and grabbed and pushed the guy away from her. Okay? Then the guy basically walked away and no one did anything to him at all. They literally let him just walk away. So Emiru went to her personal manager, explained the situation, said, I don't know what's going on. This is completely unacceptable. The manager went and kept complaining and complaining and complaining to TwitchCon staffs like, what is going on? This is insane. It's
My God, man. Only this man could take 30 words to describe something that you can do in 10. Holy shit. Like, I get it. You hate Twitch, and this was a bad look for him. I get it. And to be fair, what happened at TwitchCon was a terrible thing. Like, that should never have happened. They should have better security. I'm not being like, oh, he's wrong about that. No. It's just he's so boring about it. Like, only this man can take something that's actually somewhat exciting and just make it a fucking slog to get through. Just be like, holy shit, this person almost got kissed or got kissed on with, out their consent, and then the bodyguard came and fucking did a little FAFO on him, and then no one caught him. Like, look, I did it. Yay. It only took me 12 seconds.
acceptable, completely unsafe conditions. Eventually, after much convincing, TwitchCon staff finally said, well, let's find the guy. They found him. They threw him out, and they said, you now have a lifetime ban from both Twitch in person and the Twitch website. That's it. They didn't call the police. This was a crime. She was assaulted in front of everyone. It's on camera. Everyone has seen this. They didn't call the police. They didn't think that, the guy physically assaulting and trying to get a sexual advance, kissing her, just ban him from Twitch.
Okay. Phil. My good bitch. Here's the thing. Even with, a lot of photographic evidence and stuff like that, what probably happened was Amiru declined to press charges. And if they declined to press charges and they left and Twitch trespassed them and then they left, that's really all they can do. Is it great? No. But here's, if no one presses charges, the police can't do anything depending on jurisdiction and stuff like that. I mean, certain things have certain, domestic violence in Florida is very, once the police see it, you're going to jail. But, most things like that, and most people decline to press charges because it's a fucking hassle. It is... you have to go to court, you have to make sure you're there every time, you have to be there to give statements, and if this isn't where she lives, she's going to have to travel, she's going to have to do stuff like that. And again, this was a simple assault. In certain areas, it's a misdemeanor. And yeah, there's probably some sort of, you could probably add a sexual, modifier to it, but again, if Amiru failed or didn't want to press charges, and the Twitch staff didn't want to press charges, then there's nothing really they can do about it for the dude. So, that's basic law understanding, and we don't know what all happened. So maybe she did, but the police looked at the camera and it's well, how can we tell? That'd be pretty shitty. But I'm just trying to play devil's advocate here. He has no idea what the idiosyncrasies of the law are. And granted, I'm doing this as a layperson too. I'm not a lawyer. Don't go up into court and be like, the fuzzy purple thing told me that this is don't do that. But yeah, it doesn't make a whole lot of sense. And then Zern says, fuck Twitch, but why does the venue security get off hook? I hope they don't. But again, that's a civil matter. That's, I mean, again, Amiru could possibly sue the security, or Twitch could, if the security was the venue security, Twitch could sue the security, but at the end of the day, they're not going to probably get the money back that would make it worth it. Plus, for some things, you have to assume damages or liabilities, and there's contracts and clauses, and we have a very limited window on what all the agreements are. And unfortunately, sometimes justice doesn't get served in the way we want it to. So that's why I don't usually comment on these kind of things or try and explain these kind of things, because I don't know what state it's in. I don't know what the contract's like. I don't know what the statutes are. I don't know what so all we have is what's shared on X, and Phil is way out of his depth on trying to figure out, like, oh yeah, like I totally want to do like this is the worst thing that Twitch could have ever done. Like, we don't know what the security holds. Apparently they're bad. Apparently the Twitch or the venue security in for TwitchCon was atrocious. Apparently, allegedly. I can't, I've seen a couple of videos, and apparently it's not good. Like, our door site for furry cons are better than these people. What happened in TwitchCon? Someone, basically what Phil described. They, as a popular Twitch streamer, had someone come up to them, tried to kiss them. There was at one point alleged, like, he had a knife, but then her security guard came up and just pushed him back and almost got him on the ground. That's all I really know, like, from what I've seen. They didn't just ban the fuck from Twitch, they banned him from all Twitch events, as well as issue a commitment to increase security. See, that's Twitch and the venue and whatever. It's damage control, let's be honest. Like, do they actually care? As far as their bottom line is concerned. But if they are going to if they see that and go, holy shit, we do need to be better, then good for them, and hopefully they do. And if they banned him from all future events, period, even better. Like, make sure this guy can't get anywhere around anything. Unfortunately, you're going to get people like this all the time. If you're on the public profile, if you're out there in public, you're going to have people like this. I write furry porn. I have had stalkers. I shouldn't, because I only have a couple thousand people that follow me, but it's happened. Like, it's kind of comes with the territory, unfortunately. It sucks. I wish it wouldn't, but it does.
Okay.
Obviously, we saw one Twitch streamer yesterday, Amaru, get assaulted by a male fan, and a lot of streamers have, especially female streamers, have talked about, the danger that they feel from these sort of toxic, I guess, parasocial kind of creeps. What are you guys doing to prioritize safety? Because I know also a bunch of Twitch content creators said that they were too scared to even come to TwitchCon this year, just in case something like what happened yesterday would happen.
The safety of our creators is a top priority. The challenge we face is a challenge in today's society. It's not.
I'm going to catch flack for this. I know I am, but really? You're wearing a mask in an interview? And, like, I'm not one of those crazy people like, oh, masks are the devil and don't, but, like, I can barely understand what she's saying. Like, it's an interview between two people. Just sit 6 feet apart if you're really that worried, but don't compromise the integrity of your interview. That just seems weird. But, meh. Sorry, that's just a personal thing when it comes to, like, quality content. It's like, just, I hear the streamer had to push for it, but still something hateful Phil didn't mention. No, because he sucks. And he doesn't, like, report anything good. He just reads off what he saw, he heard Twitch bad, and then he just went for it because he's stupid.
Limited to Twitch, it extends throughout our society. I do think that when you're live streaming, in many ways, since you control your community and you can ban people, you can make it so that those people that you don't want engaging with you and participating with you aren't there, okay?
Okay, actually the sound quality is just bad in general. I apologize to the person in the mask. I thought that was what was really causing it. No, it's just a bad... Either he has the video down or something. But, yeah, sorry.
Specifically, Twitch terminated the agreement following its investigation
here it is.
of repeated instances of inappropriate conduct involving hateful slurs.
What? Did you?
Which, by the way, that hateful slurs, which he's like, oh, no, it wasn't a big deal. It didn't. He dropped the N-bomb. More than once. And then he's surprised that Twitch pulled him from the partner program. Also did a couple other things, which I'm not going to go into. Tails, I will tell the stalker story someday. I actually had 2 stalkers in my lifetime, but they're not as, like, crazy as they sound, but yeah.
What he just said? He said, oh, if you're a streamer, you could just ban the people who you don't want in your community. This wasn't the stream, you idiot. This was real life. This was an in-person event that you hold, that you're legally responsible for. And your response to what happened is, oh, you could just ban them on your stream. Now, what if this guy had walked up and stabbed her in front of everyone, just slit her throat? That very well could have happened. And he would have been like, well, we work with the creators for the security. Unfortunate that happened. Maybe she should have banned him on a stream. What? I mean,
What? What is, like, I get what he's saying about, like, you can't ban someone in real life, but dude, as someone, okay, so way back in the day in another life, I worked loss prevention. There's no foolproof security with, like, there's always a risk going out in public, especially if you're a public figure. But he's just again, he latched on to that one thing that the guy said. Notice that it was like the first 30 seconds of a 2-minute interview. And he's like, oh my God, like he said the thing that didn't cooperate with the thing. And then blah, 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 blah. It's like, how do you know like Zern already said, Twitch has said that they're going to try better and that they're very sorry it happened. Again, being in security, especially, I was in private security for a while as well. I never got a chance to really utilize it, but I got a little training, and they're hard to find. They're very hard to track. Someone can be very normal all the way up to the point of like, boop, and then just like that, something happens. There's an incident. They prepare as hard as they can, but you're Phil. I don't even think, like, you would go down like a sack of potatoes the second anyone even looked at you funny. So I don't even think you're qualified to make a response at all when it comes to the security of any type of, event or anything like that. I would trust you the least when it comes to security. Although you do, batten down the snore for pretty hard, I guess. But other than that.
And they threw money at him like crazy. And then finally, like a scam artist, he danced around stream like a preacher. And hallelujah, the money's coming in. Hallelujah. And then at the end of the stream, all he did was say that he had a cat.
So, yeah, I'm sorry. I've said this before and I'll say it again. I'm never going back to Twitch. Under no circumstance whatsoever will you ever see me streaming on that website, period.
Way to make it about you, Phil. This was the end goal. This is what I was waiting for. Was it all came back? It's all come back to Phil. Phil, you're not a 25-year-old streamer girl. I don't think you have the same problems. And also, like, going back to Twitch, just don't go to the freaking TwitchCon. I don't go to TwitchCon. Mostly because I wouldn't get anything out of it, and I don't care that much, but just don't do that. But now it's like, oh, this is why I'll never, because they made a bad decision hiring security. Okay, you go off, King. Whatever you say. Yeah, and Zern brings up a good point. It's not even Twitch security. It's a third party person that, like, or a third-party organization. It's like the organization I was a part of. They bring them in for private security, and they're trained on, how to deal with stuff like that.
Even if it means that every other site has banned me, I will never go back to Twitch. I will not stand for this kind of behavior at all.
Bet. If kicking fucking YouTube took you down, you would go back to Twitch with your palms open and just sucking their dick just to try and make another dollar. Yeah, if only he'd leave kicking YouTube, that would make my day.
This irresponsible piece of shit.
He'd start pronouncing says he'd suck his dick.
I will never ever make a piece of content that he will benefit from ever again. All right?
Sure.
And anyone who is in their right mind needs to do the same.
Real men don't hold grudges about dumb shit.
I just want to make one last comment on the whole thing. It's like no one should do. He's trying to start like a boycott, but no one listens to him. Like this is the most inept, kind of limp-wristed way of like doing so. Like they wronged me all these years ago, and now I think everyone shouldn't be on. Okay, so there's platformers with who make hundreds of thousands of dollars. They're just gonna give that up because Uncle Phil decided he need to go ahead and rally the troops because this bad thing happened at a convention that's not even directly like is directly affiliated, but not even like was a direct cause from the platform. Like, okay, let me just cancel that $100,000 channel for you. Well, dude, Phil's right. We ought to rally. Like, Twitch has done way worse shit. I'm sorry, but like that's the thing they're gonna whatever.
Wrong room. What in the holy hell just happened?
You suck. That's what happened.
He melted my life. Like, my life bar just disappeared.
Oh. You gotta avoid them.
Oh, come on.
I see, dude. Yeah, Serp Brown makes a good point. Like, just put the effort into the
This guy's an
gameplay.
asshole.
Really?
I
You
tried
melted-
to dash. Come on. I tried
Yeah.
to get away. These guys are dicks.
Phil melted
I
his
don't like
life
these
a while
assholes,
ago.
man. They're a fucking pain in the ass. Oh, that's completely unfair.
Nice downward drill there, my man. Good job.
That's utterly and completely fucking unfair.
That you suck?
Yeah, but you fucking suck at your job.
There's
Look.
no way to heal. They make it so that as soon as you respawn, the lava is on your ass and you can't heal.
Oh, God, Phil.
You
It's a...
literally have to do a perfect run, not knowing what's coming next, and you can never recover.
Oh, shit, Phil. A challenge? How dare they challenge you in a video game that's supposed to be challenging? Holy shit, why didn't they just reach down like a hand from heaven and bring you up there and say, sorry, Phil, here's a sandwich and $1,000 and a hand job? Those bastard detractor game developers, shut the fuck up.
Dude, this is fucking ass. Seriously, this is garbage, because I'm trying to do...
Also, the arm, I just realized that right before I came back, the goddamn arms are, I can't believe that, like, he's scolding the game developers with that arms across the chest. Do not chest up, my man. You are not that guy. He didn't drop, yeah, his input, it was his damn inputs made him go down into the lava rather than to the side.
insanely hard platforming in a part that's timed on a controller that's not built for it. So I'm gonna keep making mistakes. I can already tell you my thumb is hurting.
Oh,
You understand?
no.
You're a coward. You're a wimp.
You better
You
get
have
that
a little
workman's
dick,
comp there,
and
Phil.
that's why you act like that online.
And guys, like I said, we're at 350 of support. If we get 100 more, that means 3 goals, and that means only 2 to go. We can do DSP.
Who the I already know the answer, so I shouldn't be this surprised, but y'all fuckers gotta stop giving this guy money. $350, and he's still begging. $350. You know what, like, the Saberwolf Cafe would do with $350? Whatever the audience wanted for the rest of the day. I would stay late. We would have, like, I'd get a game that they would want. Like, $350. We'd be fucking tiptoeing, dancing in the streets, singing in the rain. $350. And this man is still not satisfied. He will never be satisfied. He is a black hole of oblivion and misery for which all dollars will sink into. And it will never stop, and it will never change. Like, and that's what the detractors want. That's why they keep, they keep giving him money, the detractors do, because they find this hilarious. I personally couldn't care whether he's here, whether he's not. If, in all honesty, if he stopped streaming today, I would be like, cool. I flick off the lights, and I'd be the last one out to lock up the place before we left. Like, and then we'd probably move on to someone else, in all honesty. Which is what most of the detractors do. Which is why when he says, like, oh, the detractors, they'll die without me. Not really. Most of them have real jobs. A lot of them are like me who do it for the lulz and for a hobby. And some of that's fake, too, so.
He tries it likely tomorrow, but we need more support for Silksong. Like, literally all the support today came in on the podcast. Since we started playing Silksong, we only had about $15 of support. So
Snorpernell makes a good point on this one, where he literally does tell them, like, in the podcast, like, donate now so I don't have to beg. And then they do, and then they forget that he will always beg forever. He will. You can give him, again, $10,000, and he will. Then it's like, let's get that 150. It will never end. It's never enough. He always says, "Oh, let's just get that one goal right now, and then we'll never have to, like, we'll just play the game and have fun, chill vibes." No, lies. Do not trust his lies. He will always, always, always be begging because he's the king of the beggars.
if we can get some more, we can rally and hit that third goal. That'd be perfect.
Third goal.
So we can do DSP tries it tomorrow.
Oh.
All right. So if you like Silksong, please support the stream.
DSP tries it.
Oh, well, I'm the best scumbag hobo there is on the planet. Please
You get to
support
watch
this
him eat
scumbag
fast food,
hobo by
everyone.
throwing me money. Well, Low-Key Crit just did a $100 Canadian super chat. So it's true. I only have one supporter. My wife left me. I'm broke. I'm fat.
One can only wish. No, I'm just kidding.
Didn't work. I was holding it. I released, and she just stood there and died. She didn't attack. That was weird.
Maybe she's just sick of your shit, Phil, and that you're blaming him for everything.
I can't do it.
Phil, you don't have enough
do it on
time
that guy.
between attacks. You can't
Am I
do it
supposed
that
to
way.
stab that one, or am I only stabbing the little ones?
Good stuff, guys. Thank you so much. And the fact that we hit 3 freaking goals today, in addition to the fake memberships, that's the other thing. This idiot came by and dumped a bunch of fake memberships. So I banned them, and then people were like, "No, we're actually really going to support you, you know, regardless of this nonsense." And we ended up hitting a ton of goals today anyway, which is outstanding and very much appreciated. Thank you, guys. $100 for Hogan's. Mass addictive Hogan spending. There's still
So, yeah, he made $450, although $100 was probably fake, so $350. But he made 3 goals and just completely milked his dents for just all the money he could. And if there was a new detractor, Lily got his money too. So, and this is why this will never end. I actually had, for the longest time, didn't want to do something like this because I'm like, oh, maybe if we don't put attention to it, it will stop, and he will eventually have to, like, get a real job. The thing is, there will always be another OIC. There will always be another ICS. There will always be another troll who thinks it's funny to give him $500 in a day. And I don't know why. People are stupid. People who unironically watch Phil, even more so. So, yeah, it's never going to end. This man will be here on YouTube and Kick doing this for the next 20 years. We'll have moved on. The Saberwolf Cafe will have moved on to something else. Like, we will be doing other content probably. This man there will be this type of content from this man forever because he is trapped in this lifestyle. As long as he keeps getting money, he thinks he's doing well, and he keeps drifting further and further away from a normal life. So that's why I wanted to do this. Also to try and warn furries from thinking this man actually deserves any kind of money. hopefully a little advanced warning system, because he has caught furries before. So, but in any case, I was hoping that was Tiger. It was not Tiger. I got fooled. Damn it. It was the other Twitch incident that happened. It happens to the best of us. But if you liked what you saw, make sure you like and subscribe. And put a comment below if you have anything else you want me to see. 100 subs on either Kick or... Well, sorry. It's 100 followers on Kick or 100 subs on YouTube. Either one will unlock the DSP tries that, the protein bar challenge. So till then, thank you all for watching, and I hope to see you in the next one. Take care. Oh, that's right. This is the... I didn't have it recording because it stopped working. The Saber Wolf Commune will all make candles together. There we go.